Hi, this is Mrs. M. Thank you so much for actually joining me on my YouTube channel. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe below. That way you receive all the information on how to build a six-figure cleaning business. So, the goal of this channel is to give you actionable items that you can implement immediately to either grow your business or start your business towards six figures. Today, I'm going to dive in from where I stopped off yesterday, which was the first part of a three-part series is on how to go from client or customer attraction to customer acquisition to customer retention. All three of those are necessary to be able to have a six-figure cleaning business and beyond. And that is our goal, is to actually have a business that you can leave for your children that can then leave it for their children's children. And I am really into legacies, leaving something for your children. And in the meantime, one of the benefits is you get a chance to have two things, time and financial freedom when you have a six-figure cleaning business. So don't just have your business as a little side hustle, something to do. Really look at how a cleaning business can change your life and the lives of your generations to come. So you're able to build generational wealth, and that is one of my favorite things. So I'm going to dive right in now on the second part after kind of yesterday going with, and if you haven't looked at the video, if you looked at this video, make sure to look at the video before, which is the one on customer attraction. So this particular video, and that video is called, Do You Really Want a Cleaning Customer? Or Don't Do This If You Really Want a Cleaning Customer. That's the video that is before this one that goes into great detail about customer attraction. This particular video is on customer acquisition, how to close. So that one is to get you to the walkthrough. Customer attraction is to have your hook out there and to reel in the potential to then land the walkthrough. So now you're going to do your walkthrough. So what I like to teach you is what you need to do so that once again, we have all the little prospects. We have all our prospects out there. And this is you. And now your goal, as you see this pointing, is to close the deal and get them to sign the contract. The walkthrough's purpose, the acquisition, is to get them to close the contract. And the goal is to try to get them to close it within 28 or 48 hours. That's what you really, really want. Now, how do you get the customer acquisition? This is all about what you do from before you get to your walkthrough, during, and after. Okay. Before you get to your walkthrough, you've already planted the seed to make them say they want to do walkthrough. Now you're there. So, of course, you want to be professional. You want to show up on time. You want to be well dressed. You want to have your business cards. And you definitely want to have done your research on your potential customer, because that is what you're going to talk about during your walkthrough. You want to have your story. So I talk about there are three things you need to do when you have your bait. And your bait is what's necessary to attract your customer. So you have to have your hook. That's what you do to get the walkthrough. You hook them. Like you're fishing. You hook it in their mouth. Pull it in their mouth. That gets the hook. Now your story is what you want to use to close the deal. And the story is something that your story is going to be what you do to build the relationship in that time period. In the time that you're there from your walkthrough, you have to stand out, and there's several ways you do. One is what I've always talked about in previous video training is your earning system. Your earning system is what is your yes, Y-E-S, is your earning system. What you do differently that no other cleaning customer or company is doing, because it's your unique, it's you, it's about you, it's your story, it's all about you. That's what makes it yours. No one else, no matter what they try to do, because there's no one else out there like you, your DNA. So if it's your DNA, it's a part of you, it's your story that you have talked about your background. No one has the exact same background as you. Even your siblings, your sisters and brothers, how they interpret their background is going to be different from you. So it's your earning system. When you implement your earning system, and it's several ways you do that throughout your business, and I don't really have time to go into all of that in this video, and the purpose of this video is to talk about the customer acquisition, which are parts of that. Your earning system and your story all fit together.
That is what's going to make the customer say, where do I sign the contract? And hopefully it's a digital contract so they can sign it within 24 to 48 hours is your goal. Now, when you're looking at your customer acquisition, you want to do your research on the customer before you get there, have your earning system in place, and your story about you. What makes you unique that you're bringing to your customers through your cleaning business that's going to service them in a way that's unlike any other. The experience they get from you has to be unique. One of the ways you're going to do that is you're going to come up with 3 or 4 earning systems that you're going to look at implementing along with your story. Who are you? What landed you here? Why are you doing cleaning? They're interested in that because their goal is to build a relationship for years. And that's the way you need to look at it. Don't just think you're going to run in and run out, especially. And the only reason why we're looking at doing this is if you're looking at hooking 6-figure cleaning contracts, that's like $10,000 to $12,000 a month or more, then you need to have these pieces in place, which is your earning system that sets you apart, your story on why, who, where, how'd you end up where you are right now. Those two weaving with your offer, which is what you're going to provide for them, which is a part of your earning system. When you weave those together, then your customer acquisition, closing the sale, you've done your little walkthrough, you've gotten your bid, you've used several things to grab the information, you're getting ready to go now, sit and talk to the prospect. And at that point, you are looking to close the sale through your earning system and your unique story. Your story of who you are and how you landed here. Now, there is a way to storytell. It's not just anything. It has to be relative to cleaning. So you're not going to sit there and talk about someone you dated. They don't care about that story. I'm here and I dated this guy and that's an Oprah story or whatever, a Dr. Phil or however they want to say it, reality show. That's not this story. That's not what they're interested in. They're interested in your background on why you're here and how that's going to, remember, what's in it for them. How is your story going to tie in to let them know that you're going to provide an experience for them each and every day that's going to be phenomenal. Consistent cleaning is experience that most of them have never, ever had. They've had spotty cleaning, but not consistent cleaning. And that is your goal. That's what you're going to provide them. Now, there are a lot of pieces to customer acquisition. And if you're interested in the client attraction, the customer acquisition, and the customer retention, which are the 3 parts of the masterclass, and this masterclass on customer roadmap, which I'm going to teach in a masterclass, make sure you register below. I will go into great detail on customer attraction first. Then I move to customer acquisition, which is closing the sale. So first think about the attraction hooks them. We talked about that in the previous video. What you're doing to hook the actual prospect, your fish. Next, you want to close the sale. How do you get them to sign the contract? That's the acquisition. You've acquired them. The third part on tomorrow's video, I'm going to actually go into retention. How do you keep them? And it is really, really imperative that you understand all 3 of those parts in order to be able to have clients come in on a regular basis, close them on a regular basis, and keep them on a regular basis. Have them coming, have them come in, close the deal, you get them, and you keep them. Coming, keep them, and keep them coming back. So you want to have a way that you attract them, how you get them to want you to sign the contract, and how you retain them for years to come. So you want to have what they call you want to have a long lifetime with your customer, and it's a lifetime value, customer lifetime value. So when you know what your customer lifetime value is, when I was fortunate enough when I was doing my cleaning business, one of the things I paid attention to was making sure that I was able to keep them for anywhere from 3 to 5 years. And that means that they either signed a 3 or 5 year contract, or I kept them year after year after year. And when you're able to do that, think about it. If you're constantly attracting, if you've got all these prospects, and I go back to 200 a day, so that way you're getting into 1,000 people in front of them a week. 1,000, 200 a day is now if you're only doing Monday through Friday, well, yeah, you're still going to have it be 1,000, 200 each day, Monday through Friday. 200 each day, get them. This is you've got your hook, you've hooked them, you put them in here. Now you're at the walkthrough. The goal is to get the close. And if you're constantly attracting and getting them to then sign the contracts, which is closing the sale, acquiring them, then think about it. If you're getting, 4 in a month, you're keeping them, and you are not losing contracts because you're doing customer retention, then just imagine how much you're going to grow in a short period of time. Some people are good at closing the sale, but not good at retaining. Or they're good at retaining, but they can never get them. You have to be good at all three: attraction, acquiring, and keeping, retention. And there are certain things you do to do all three of them. So if you're interested, which I hope you are, because in the masterclass I actually make sure I give actionable items that you can implement immediately in your business for all three of those. So this masterclass is 6-figure cleaning business roadmap, customer roadmap. This is the masterclass. If you're interested, make sure you subscribe below. It's live, and I have limited seating because it's an interactive, and I like to make sure that I answer your questions before I end the webinar, the masterclass. Okay. So make sure that you take care of yourself today, and until next time, be safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.